Thanks, Chair. Conference. Tosh Mcdonald, President of ASLEF, at the conference for last time as President of ASLEF and the first time as a Labour councillor for Doncaster Town Ward. I come here, Conference, to support Composite 6. I will say this is the first conference I've been to where, in the interest of trade union discipline and unity, I have sat on my hands a bit. Just want to make one thing clear. I don't have to sit on my hands on this debate because I believe we will get a Labour government, and I believe Jeremy Corbyn, Keir Starmer and our fantastic shadow cabinet that will become a cabinet can get us a deal that the Tories can't get, and will get us a deal that meets the 6 criteria. Now, to where I am. Sometimes you have to go backwards to look forward. And I want to talk about nearly 40 years ago when I started work on the railway. And everything was in public ownership. We didn't have to worry about where contracts went. Every day we moved coal from a pit to a power station, and we owned that pit. We had no privateers to pay. The workers at that pit were represented by a union, and they had collective bargaining. We moved it on trains, on a railway that we owned, where the workers were represented by trade unions and had collective bargaining. We moved it to power stations that we owned, and the workers were represented by trade unions and we had collective bargaining. The power that was created was distributed by us, for us, to places where it was needed, not where the greatest profit was. You know, it went to schools that we owned. It went to hospitals that we owned. It went to houses that we had built, and we gave long, secure tenancies to people, and we maintained with direct labour. We used gas, we used electricity, we used water, and we owned it all. There was no parasites milking stuff out of it. That's when I started in '79, and we were moving forward. It was great from where we'd come from nationalisation, and we were getting better and better. But you know, a month before I started work, Thatcher was elected as Prime Minister. And I say this many times, and it's still true. I hated her. I wish I could be like Jeremy and rise above it, but I can't. And I did hate her that much that I did set my alarm clock an hour earlier than I needed, just so I could hate her for an hour longer. Now, since she died, I don't do that anymore. I just set my alarm at the right time, but I still wake up an hour earlier. I can't help it. But this is the simplest way to ensure that we don't have to worry about where government contracts go, where public contracts go. We do it ourselves. We don't have the privateers milking money out of our industry, out of our economy. It all comes into our economy, and it helps to make one thing work against another. When we're investing in water, we don't put the bills up to pay for it. We take the money from another public service that is making profit for us and invest that way. Instead of coming to people and saying, we've got to put your bills up so we can make a more efficient service to make us more money, we make it better for all of us. Public ownership. I am so pleased we're in a Labour Party with a Labour leadership and a shadow cabinet, the best shadow or cabinet I've seen in the Labour Party in my lifetime. And I will just finish on this, comrades. I'll finish on this. It might be a surprise to some of you, but some of the Labour leaders we've had weren't my first choice. But I never worked against any of them. None of them. I accepted the decision, and I call on all Labour Party members, whether it's the 0.04% in Parliament or the 500,000 plus that we have in this country. And I'm going to ask one last thing before I get down. Let's not refer to people as ordinary anymore, or some of the worst things that some parliamentary party members have called us, chucker. Let's not refer to people as ordinary, because in my life, and certainly within our party and our movement, I have never met one ordinary person in my life. Every one of you is extraordinary. Support the Composite.